What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action thrillers type of movie. Today we're going to review The Gentleman. It was released December 3rd, 2019. It was directed by Guy Ritchie, who did films like The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which I actually reviewed not long ago. Well, he also did films and shows like The Covenant, Snatch, and Wrath of Man. This had a budget of $22 million. The Gentleman. This is a film about a guy who's selling his marijuana business and ends up dealing with some more mobster type deals. Now, this is a very oddly structured film. It's basically you see the first part, and then they go back and show you things that they didn't show you that happened as well to lead up to that point for like half the movie. And let me tell you, when films do this, it drives me nuts because 9 times out of 10, it's shit you can figure out on your own. It does not need to be in the movie. But modern movies like to spoon feed the crap out of you. Make sure you're not missing one little thing. And sadly, I hate that in films. And this is definitely one I'm not very happy with. Like, don't get me wrong, the cinematography, the acting, the music, the action effects and everything was all really good and fun. But overall, I thought the whole story dynamic was a complete waste of time. Like, you might as well should have just did it by little base plot points throughout, where this one was, they had like the narrative and then they go, oh yeah, but for that to happen, this happened. And then before that happened, this happened. It's a lot of jumping back and forth, which for some people can be confusing, especially if you're stoned out of your mind watching this like I was. Because I already got the narrative and then I was confused of why they're going back and forth all the time. It's kind of pointless and definitely not really worth it. Now, I watch a lot of movies, so this type of filmmaking is probably not for me just for that purpose. And yeah, some people might actually find that helpful and stuff, but for me, this film was not made for me. I was not really into it. I thought the story wasn't bad. It's typical mobster movie story, but yeah, and had some amusing humor in it. And overall, I thought it was okay, but it definitely was not what I was expecting. And I thought it was kind of in the middle. It was mediocre in some parts. Some parts was a little more entertaining, but overall, the whole total of the film, it was just all right. Like, it's a good popcorn flick, I guess you could say. But for me, yeah, just the way they told the story wasn't really my thing. So I'm gonna give The Gentleman a 2.5 out of 5. It was okay, but there's a lot better Guy Ritchie movies out there. So, yeah. But if you want to check it out, it is on Netflix, and I'll link the trailer down below, like always. Also, link down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. As you put the film title in there and some fun fact thing in there as well. And also, yeah, so my Instagram will be linked down below. Also, make sure you check out my Letterbox and Derek P reviews. That's where I post before starting and after up to the films. And my Twitter's down below. Username Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay with the channel. Like this video, share it to more people. Wherever, comment your opinions of the film down below. If you have any films, film franchises, in any genre, and on any streaming service, I want to hear my opinions on the future. Comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And don't forget to subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd they probably never thought of checking out together. And also share my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're gonna review a weird artsy horror film called Mandy. This was one where Nicolas Cage is supposed to go batshit crazy, so hopefully it is. Hopefully. Yeah. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those mobsters trying to buy up our businesses, and well, might as well let them because the economy's shit anyways. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.